Hey everyone, this is Sean Sandridge, and I am here for the review, the season finale of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, I am in Charleston, South Carolina. I have been here for several days. I really didn't think that I was going to be able to do the review. Sorry for the light, I'm going to have to find another spot. I didn't think I was going to do the review because I'm not at home, but I did watch it last night, did not take any notes. But you know what? Didn't think I needed to because there really wasn't much to talk about. So this is going to be a really fast season finale review. If I forgot anything, put it in the comments. It is going to be pretty much a direct upload. I am flying back home today. We are driving to Myrtle Beach because that's where I have to catch my flight with some ladies that hanging out in Charleston with, and we're going to hang out with some more ladies before flying back to Chicago, and they're flying to Detroit. So let's get into review. Not much. Of course, the season finale had to do with Chateau Charest, and of course, let's go lady by lady. Okay. Um, Candy. Candy finds out through the blogs that Johnny is suing her. So she's going to get her attorneys on it and take care of it that way. Word out on the street is that, Phaedra might have something to do with it. She does confront Phaedra, but in fashion, Phaedra doesn't give a direct answer. And of course, in the reunion, Candy is going to see everything. Well, she's going to talk about it, and she's going to see what we all saw, which is that she is going with Johnny to this referral that she had. She can't talk about it, which I don't understand. Why couldn't she say, well, Johnny did come to me. He did express some dissatisfaction of his employment with you, and I referred him to an attorney. Why couldn't she have just said that? She just said that she can't talk about anything. We're going to see it anyway. So why didn't she just come out in the open, which is why people get annoyed with Phaedra, right? Okay. So, I don't know of any attorney. I have employed attorneys before, and I have never known of an attorney who hand holds my hand through a referral. We have now seen Phaedra with Johnny twice, and since this is not her case and this is not her area of expertise, I have no reason why she is joining Johnny in this. Normally you give someone a referral and you keep it moving. So we all know that she's full of crap telling Candy that she can't discuss it when we're watching her. Do you not have any work to do? Because I don't know too many attorneys who are working for a living have time to sit in session consultation of referrals. Get your referral fee if you have one and keep going. It's very strange. Anyway, so I think that's all it is with her and Candy. And you know what? Candy is not buying it, and she's like, okay, that's the story you're gonna tell me, fine. All right. Well, who else is there? Nothing was going on with Portia that I remember. I know it was funny that when Portia showed up at the masquerade housewarming, that Todd wasn't really dressed for it. He looked okay, and now you're hearing out on the streets that he was spotted out in Alabama with someone, that Portia asked him to kind of lay low until the reunion or after the reunion, and now he's seen spotted with a woman. So who's renting boyfriends now? We all thought it was suspect. Anyway, Portia did go with her sister to her dad's grave, and they were talking, and that was sweet. I'm never gonna take away someone visiting their parents or a loved one, but it does speak to Portia's frame of mind, the way she behaves. If you know the fact that she experienced a trauma of her father being gone, and it was a very developmental time of her life being a young lady, and that she did not have men in her life who could help her show what it's like to be a man, to love you, and to have a strong sense of being a woman and what that is to have a man treat you well, and to have an expectation of what kind of man to be attracted to. I don't know what kind of man her father was, but she obviously lost a very strong father figure in her life, a man figure in her life. And, you know, it happened when she was a teenager. And for Lauren, she was younger and she needed therapy. So sometimes when you see people and the way they behave, sometimes they behave in the age where their trauma happened. And so, you know, when she's being giddy and acting almost like a teenager, it makes sense because she lost her father in that age group. So let's see. So we have that. Cynthia, nothing was going on with Cynthia. She looked very beautiful. Her and Peter kind of broke the ice and talked about the elephant in the room, and, you know, can I get a hug? And that was that. Which kind of, you know, out in the blogs, they just filed for divorce. So, you know, they're playing out a storyline that isn't really happening. They weren't even close to divorcing, but supposedly it was filed like February 21st. Okay, and that happened. The housewarming happened what, somewhere in the summertime. Go figure. Anyway, let me see if I forgot anyone before talking about Sheree in the open house, her housewarming. Okay, so here it is. Now, Sheree wants this to be grand. I'm going to talk about this in another post, but she wants this to be grand. She wants this to be over the top. You know, she wants them to check their gag reflexes at the door. She wants everything to just be out of this world. So she's got her party planner. She's got people who are going to be assisting. You know, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that's not going right before this housewarming, but there you go. So she gets it all together. She's debuting that. And then, you know, the great thing about the finale was that we see a lot of blasts from the past. Lisa is out. She did say during the Watch What Happened Live, Deshaun Snow was invited. You know, she's trying to get the OGs back. Nene was invited, but she couldn't make it. Andy was invited. He did not. He said that she had an extremely expensive. Oh, and he was passing some shade. So he said that she had an extremely expensive invitation. He goes, "You do like to spend your money," meaning, wow, you kind of extravagant for no reason. I caught that. Anyway, see who else was there. Of course, Kim was there, and of course, here we go. Here is the review. She's out there. We see the house. The house is lovely. We're seeing the rooms, the kitchen, and all that. And it looks nice. It's very grand. You got people twirling from the ceiling. I don't know any open house that does that, but okay. And my alarm is going off. Well, actually, my friend's alarm is going off, so just ignore it. And what else? Here we go. Kenya's there. Portia's there. Oh yeah, so Phaedra, Cynthia, Cynthia decides that she's gonna be the bone carrier since Sheree's busy, and she talks about the old lady gang opening and about Miss Shireen, who's sitting in for Apollo, showed up, and of course Phaedra was annoyed with that. she does confront Candy, and Candy was like, I ain't have nothing to do with it. Anyway, the house is nice. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It was nice. But not Candy, Kenya wanted to see what the big deal was. She starts picking and saying about you biting off of my look, and I see a lot that looks like mine, and I didn't see the same exact fixtures, but let's face it, when something's popular, you're gonna see it. So I didn't think that was a big deal. What the big deal was that the big deal was that Kenya and Candy went down to the basement and found that the basement was unfinished. And I'm like, Candy, it's not the first time that you see a basement unfinished. So, but woo, Sheree went hood for a moment. Kim put in her 2 cents, being an OG. Kenya didn't take too well to it. They put some personal jabs. I don't know. I know one thing. If this is what's going to be the kickoff of what season 10 is going to be with Kim in the mix, I don't know. So, what else? I don't know. I thought the season finale was boring. The house was okay. Kenya nitpicked at it. This is the event that happened why Sheree had to go to court, because she didn't have a permit for occupancy, because it wasn't livable by the Georgia code enforcement. And the season finale post that they do at the end says that she's living in her house, even though report says that she isn't. I heard as of last week that she could not get a permit for occupancy. So are you living in it or are you not? If they are saying or reporting that you can't get a permit to occupy the house, then you must not be living in the house. But I'm waiting for the reunion. I think it's bogus that we're having 4 parts. The season wasn't that exciting for 4 parts. And unless they're going to discuss some things that really need to be discussed, like really get into Phaedra about her lying, like really get into Kenya about explain what happened between you and Matt, to really get Matt's side of the story, and we know he's not going to be at the reunion, but to get Matt's side of the story, whether Andy has a one-on-one